It's time to rapidly react to some TBT, the basketball tournament, boys.
Yep.
We're here in Rupp Arena. La Familia just beat 305 Ballers 82-56. It's all shut off, but I'm pretty sure the score was 82-56. Brandon Canada, of all people, the human victory cigar, came in and was the human victory cigar. Came in again and hit 2 free throws, or just 1 free throw at the end there. Got a nice pass from Andrew Harrison and the Elam ending to polish off this win for La Familia. They move on to the second round. They'll play again on Sunday at 2 o'clock on Fox, back here in Rupp Arena. We had a great crowd today. I'm just going to turn it over to you guys and ask for some general thoughts. You know, did it play out how you expected? Were you a little worried that La Familia might not be up to task for this type of atmosphere, this type of environment? You know, Drew, I'll kick it to you first. What were your thoughts here?
Well, as the old man of the group, I was here for the nostalgia, and I'll just let you know it checked every box on the nostalgia. I mean, the Harrison twins just alone being in Rupp Arena, but then you're telling me Tyler Eulis is coaching them? You're telling me Willie Cauley-Stein is shooting 3-pointers?
Hitting three-pointers.
We almost had an Andrew Harrison lob off the glass to Willie. I think that's where the old age kicked in. I think those knees weren't quite ready to go up and get that. But just from a fun standpoint, we'll get into the specifics of the game. Just the people that were here in this atmosphere, the CATS chants around some UK legends that we never thought we'd see in here again. This was an incredible night, and we're going to do it again on Sunday, hopefully again after that. But just for night one, it was everything we wanted it to be as far as just seeing the old guys back in Lexington.
Yeah, especially for someone like myself. You know, I'm the old man of the group here now. I grew up watching all these guys. So like when we had our media day, you know, that was it was very nostalgic. You could feel it in the air tonight. The nostalgia, that is. It was great though. It was a really fun atmosphere. Like you said, we had them kind of messing around a little bit at the end, trying to get the crowd going, trying to get them razzed up a bit.
They were about 20 at that point. You know,
they were up by 20. They were on it. For me personally, they were a lot better than I expected them to be. Karam Cantor led the team in points. He had 21 points, 12 rebounds. The only non-UK guy on this team, obviously brother with Enes Cantor, who says he will show up on Sunday. So another reason to come and show out. Daniel Hager, I'll spin it to you next. Initial thoughts, anything you want to talk about here with this?
Yeah, I think I'll take that.
Go for it.
I think Andrew summed it up awesome back there. It's like some of these guys are at the end of their careers, and kind of getting to come back where they started was really cool to see. And I told Drew walking in, I thought this would be really cool. And I think it exceeded my expectations for how cool it was. Looking around, and you've got former players. I mean, you got from the 2009, 2010 teams to all the way up to last year's team interacting, and it's so weird. It's like 2K or NCAA basketball. It's like you're throwing these guys on Dream. Yeah, it's Ultimate Team. Yeah, college football just came out. It's like the college basketball Ultimate Team, and you got like BC, Harrison's, Cauley-Stein, man, Bledsoe, who is still a tank.
Yeah,
dude is a tank. Nate Sestina, in the best shape of his life, was out there hooping. Willie, I mean, maybe 10 years ago, that lob off the backboard might have crammed that, like Florida-esque, maybe not anymore, but just really cool to see. Really cool night. I'm excited for Sunday. Mari?
Yeah, my thoughts, I'll probably have to say it was almost like an all-star game. You know, a Kentucky all-star game. You had legends from 2015 to 2018. So, you know, I just enjoyed it. I had a very close action, you know, right next to the bench. I could hear Daniel Orton, you know, John with the refs. So it was very, very, very fun. The atmosphere was great. Hearing the CATS cats, you know, chants come back and back. That's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it almost doesn't feel real. It's like Daniel said. It's like a 2K kind of thing. You put it in a video game. You put your players on the team, and then you just go at it. And you know, it feels good. I can't wait till Sunday, to be honest.
Yeah, it was an awesome, like I said, awesome atmosphere here. We didn't talk about Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is only 2 years removed from scoring 10 a game in the NBA. Oh. Like, this guy, when he wants to, he can put it on, and he's probably the best player that took this court today. And a lot of really good teams here. Heard that is a really good Marshall team that is probably going to be UK's biggest competition here in this Lexington Regional. But you've got, like you said, Nate Sestina, great shape, still fresh out of college more or less, in the prime of his life. Kellen Grady, kind of the similar situation. The Harrison twins look great. Every time Aaron went up for a three, you could feel Rupp Arena waiting for him to. And he hit, I think, at least 2 or 3, and like every time it went in, the buzz was just, you could. It was loud. It puts a smile on your face all night long. So, but do we have any other final parting thoughts here? We're going to be extra rapid here with our rapid reaction.
I'll say one thing that did put a smile on my face is seeing Kellen Grady out here, because if you remember when he was on KSR talking about like 2 years ago how he could barely walk at the end of the season, and he's out here having fun, running up and down the court. just really fun night.
You see it on paper, Zach and Drew. You see it on paper, the roster. But when you actually watch the game and you see who's on the floor and you see the Harrison twins on the floor and then you see Grady and Nate Sestina checking in and you're like, man, like we're so deep. We got a deep roster. We got full of weapons, man. I think this team they're going to make some noise in this tournament.
My big takeaways are we need another microphone. We got to quit being cheap. Appreciate you guys passing this along. Nate Sestina brought his family from Pennsylvania. That was cool. They had custom jerseys made for TBT with his name on the back. That's a guy who got robbed of the reason he came to Kentucky. He came here for 1 year from Bucknell to play in the NCAA tournament. He was part of that 2020 team. We know what happened in 2020. The world stopped turning there for a bit, took us away his postseason. So I think Nate Sestina is treating this like it is his NCAA tournament. It was cool to see his whole family up there. We got to talk to them, and they already mentioned Kareem Cantor. I'm his now biggest fan. I'm not entirely sure what team he plays for internationally. I'm buying a jersey. I don't even know if they have a store. I might have to fly over there and get it in the gift shop. I don't care. He is my favorite player. I'll put him over both Harrisons, Willie, Ulis, everyone right now, because he kind of put the team on his back, and we're embracing him. And now that they won that game, I think he's FaceTiming him right now. Ennis is getting in here on Sunday, so maybe we'll have a little Ennis Cantor pop up on a new Rapid reaction. But those are my big takeaways. Obviously, as we've said, Willie, the Harrisons, everyone, that's cool. But I like the side stories of Emporia, Pennsylvania, putting on the custom jerseys to come support Nate, and then Kareem, who wasn't really part of Big Blue Nation outside of being Ennis's brother, being one of the big stars here. So this is just getting started, and we're looking forward to it. And we're looking forward to that second mic coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. We need it. But yeah, like you're saying, especially with the guys like, Kellen and Nate, this is an opportunity for them as well to parlay their good play into contracts. These are guys that are still trying to play basketball professionally, and this is an opportunity that has helped players in the past find their way into the G League, overseas contracts, things like that, maybe get a last chance at their careers. Maybe not so much for Daniel Orton, who is very open about the fact that he is just sitting on the bench and playing pickleball.
He's doing good things in Lexington for youth, though.
He is, yes. He's been very active in the community. Could you imagine him being a referee and then having a parent yell at him? Because apparently that's something that has been happening to him, which Daniel Orton is not a guy that I would be trying to pick fights with if I was a dad of a 9-year-old. But
we saw what happened to Manny Pacquiao when he tried that overseas.
Yeah, there you
Look
go.
that up.
I don't know what he's talking about, but we will end right here. Any other final words here?
Mario's got another final word. Last thoughts about Nate. First two shots, you could tell he's a little bit frustrated, not going in. But he's due for a big game. So if you're seeing it now, but he's due for Sunday, he's due for a big game. I'm telling you guys.
I thought of one more takeaway as we're free-flowing this. The current team was here in the end zone.
That's true.
They were cheering just as hard as the people from the mountains and the lakes of Western Kentucky that drove all the way to see their old former players. Yeah. Kirk Risa runs over to the bracket yelling, "Job not done" to them. I was giggling. I think he was serious, but they're filling out the bracket to move on, but he just keeps yelling, "Job not done, job not done." You've got Otega Owe and all of it. Really, the whole team was here. Colin Chandler, everyone, Travis Perry, name them, they were here. But they were very supportive. It wasn't just like some event they had to do as a team. They were as into it as anyone. So it was kind of cool as we're going through a transition of one era to another. This was a big event, bringing those people together. I mean, the Harrisons talked about meeting them. They've practiced together. It was just really cool to see like an Andrew Carr stand up when a three-pointer went in by Nate Sestina. I mean, similar positions, similar playing styles, but a big gap in years between them. But this event brought it together. So I think that was really cool. I don't know if they'll be at future games. I hope they're here Sunday. I hope they're here Tuesday. I hope they're here the rest of the way. But if not, this one night alone, them being in the end zone and showing support, it was really cool to bond that bridge, so to speak, yes, between generations here.
Yeah, it was a great bridging of the two eras here in Rupp Arena. Got another game on Sunday at 2 o'clock. The NOF. NOF.
What does that mean?
NAWF.
Right?
They're a Georgia team. I don't really know anything about them. I did all my research spent on the 305 Ballers. So we're moving on to the next round here. We'll see what happens on Sunday. We'll see you there.